We got a baddie that escaped the dusty, y'all, unlike Ashanti's ass. Edith and Kano. We gotta look at this.
Edith and Kano has finally broke up just because of our opinion on the internet. Let's talk about it. Hey beautiful people, how y'all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So you guys remember this couple that was in Podwife podcast, the Joe Budden podcast where couples couple up and all that. This fly is bothering me. Anyway, we posted this video, I think sometime in March, sometimes this year, but let's say like 3 months ago, where we had this conversation talking about this couple, where the woman was talking about how she's not going to, definitely is going to be prenup because what belongs to her children is her children. She's going to protect her well. But you could clearly see that the man was not happy about it. He was kind of sour about it, like, oh, why? So what happens to me? Even though this man is not even a husband, he's a boyfriend. But clearly the conversation went on and a lot of people had so much to say about the relationship, and a lot of people could see from the relationship that this man was just using this woman for what it is. And this all struck a whole conversation. So now the couple are back on the podcast and they just reveal that they just broke up. And they've been broken up for like a month now, and that is amicable and all that. But you could see from the conversation they were having that this was not amicable. She called up the relationship and she openly admitted that it was that the podcast that made her, even though she didn't agree that it was people's opinion, that to kind of shift her mindsets to realizing the pattern that is going on and how this man is with her because of her money, because that's all we were talking about. She admitted that the podcast itself, people's opinion on the podcast made her to realize the pattern and all that, which the people in the podcast, we that are the commentators outside the podcast, you heard us well. And she also went on to talk about how she's not interested in the relationship again, but you could tell from the guy that the guy still wants the relationship. Obviously he will, because the relationship benefits him. So there are a couple of clips here, so I'm going to play a couple of clips, but this man clearly was living in a house because he had to move out. This man was driving a car because one of the co-hosts actually said it, and he admitted that, oh yes, a car was more easy. This is the type of man that just generally move into your house, take over and use you for what you are. But anyway guys, let's go check a couple of the clips and then people's reaction to their breakup, and then we'll come back and talk more.
So I mean, I don't know. I got tired of asking for the things I wanted or needed.
That sounds ominous.
Got tired, not are
Right.
tired. You got tired.
Past tense.
So you guys together?
So where does that leave you? No.
No. We haven't been together for, what, a month?
Yeah, at least. I'm not sure.
You've been broken up for a month. And this isn't one of those we're mad, we're taking a break things. This is like we're done.
No, this is probably the,
I said I'm off the roller coaster. So,
Go girl.
for me, because that's what it felt like.
So you ended the relationship. How did you respond?
did you end it?
Yeah.
I'm off the roller coaster sounds pretty indie to me.
I think we were already done when you said that, but I mean, listen, if she ended it,
Hey, whatever you tell yourself.
There we go.
Hey, whatever you tell yourself.
There we go.
Whatever else you sleep at night.
Whatever you need.
It
Whatever
was
you
mutual.
Need,
It was
okay?
mutual.
Like whatever you
Same
need.
time.
listen, yeah, that's a tough one.
Well, let me ask you simply. If she were interested in doing this again, would you?
I don't know.
He will.
And if he were interested in doing this again, would you?
No.
I think I already said no.
Right. So, I mean, that answers my question. Okay,
So he
him.
did. So he did come
yeah, so it
and
sounds
try.
like
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he did come spin.
And that's why I said the pattern. I recognize the pattern and the roller coaster that it's been, and I'm just not riding it anymore. So.
Our first casualty.
Sorry, guys.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I really am sorry to hear that. I find no joy in that.
Or maybe not sorry. I don't know. Sometimes separating is better than being together.
We needed to separate.
No, I would want to get away from the smartest nigga I know too.
Especially when you don't talk.
Right.
He's plotting in there, you know?
Exactly.
So I'm guessing it's amicable, right?
Yeah, we still talk.
And y'all still match.
Yeah, I mean,
There's some communication there.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all fly. Did the show expedite this or even cause this, you think?
Maybe a little bit.
yeah, I think so.
Hearing other people's opinions here. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a little different. So that's different though, because so it's not like the show did damage. It's just the show kind of put a spotlight on the problems.
Yeah, it just opened up, my eyes. I'm sure his. I can't speak for him, but for me.
What did it do for you, Kino?
I'm trying to be. What did it do?
You could cry, nigga.
It's okay.
I'm not.
It's okay.
I already did.
Some men like to act like women are the only ones who pursue a relationship because of what the other person has. But look at this man. I talked about it before, but I'll say it again. A man could love you to itty bitty pieces, but he's always going to consider his finances and his bottom line. What he tried to do in that moment was make her say publicly that she loved him so much she would jeopardize her kid's financial future for him. But she didn't fall for it. Why is it that he believes, as a mere boyfriend, that he should be granted unfettered access to her children's property, money, investments, or any of those things? Those are things that were left to them by their father, her ex-husband. And he's talking about, if I need it, why should you? Why are you even counting those kids' money? But recently they had broken up. And in the recent interview, he talks about how when they broke up, he had to move out. So you were living with her. And one of the cast members mentions, and weren't you also driving her car? Then he confesses, yes, I was driving her car because it was more comfortable to drive than mine. And then one of the castmates also says, didn't you go car shopping after y'all broke up? And he talks about, see, that's the kind of stuff I don't like. That she went to buy herself a car after y'all broke up. You thought you should have had access to that too as well, right? He is the perfect example of what I mean when I say that there are some men that partner with women because they want access to what you have.
Real quick before I start driving. Pod Wives season finale came on yesterday. I caught it real late. Yesterday was really crazy for me. But Kino and his girl, oh my God, can I remember her name? Oh my God. Wow. Sorry. Can't remember her name. But they announced that they had broken up. And when you think about the way he represented the both of them on this show, I can see. I wasn't too surprised. And she was just like, I mean, hey, I'm getting off this roller coaster. And I was like, damn. And then he's taking the glass off. He's like, yeah, I get it now. Like, I can't live without her. Like, what? Why dudes do that? Like, why? You didn't realize till she left that you couldn't live without her? Oh, all right. Well, die. No, okay, sorry.
I'm 99.9% sure that I'm late because I'm seeing, since last night I've been seeing all the clips from the Joe Budden podcast spinoff named Pod Wives. And old buddy's never going to beat the allegations that he was broke. That he was a broke. Never ever. So you was driving her car. When y'all broke up, you had to move out of her house. Out of her house. And as soon as y'all broke up, the streets say she went and bought her a new car. She was at the Mercedes place. She was standing on business when she said, definitely a prenup. Because what's for my kids is for my kids. She meant that And then when she used to say to him that he was her person, he used to laugh it off. And he thought he was entitled to any part of her bag. That's crazy. And she says she ain't happy that they broke up, but she's actually happy.
I made a video about these two way back in March, and they just resurfacing again because they broke up. And the worst thing that he could have did for himself was take her on that podcast, because the questions that was being asked, the things that were being said, the advice that was being given really made homegirl open up her eyes. And that's why y'all not together. Because he really stood up there talking about black women don't do this, black women don't do that, and other cultures, they do this. Trying to lift up his white queen while bringing down the black queens. And I said that she was perfectly fine with him talking down on black women to make herself feel better. And I know this because I'm sure this is not her first time hearing him talk like that. They were still together. But since you realized, oh, he don't want to be with me because he think I'm better than them. He want to be with me because he want a piece of that money. He trying to get up in the will. This man knows that you have money, and he driving around in your car. And he said the only reason why he was driving it because it was easier to drive. What's easier to drive. Like, I don't understand. Anyway, she went and got a new car after the breakup, and he was like, that's something that pissed me off about her. I guess because she went spend money on herself instead of spending money on him. Joe Budden was getting on his ass. Like, everyone can see it. Everyone knows that you were using her. That's why you feel slighted that she didn't get a new car during the relationship, so that way you can benefit from it. She got it after the relationship, after it's over. Like, you really gonna spend money on yourself and I can't benefit from it? Then the host asked him, does it make him feel any type of way that, you know, everyone thinks that he was just using her for money? And he was like, really? They think I'm using her for money? Come on,
you
now.
know.
It was so obvious. So obvious, like you really drove it home. That's why everyone was coming at him sideways in a very humble way. It was almost like nice nasty. Very nice nasty. Like, especially when Joe Budden said, oh, you was trying to get in the will. And then he said, oh, she the one with the money. And he got so offended by that. He was like, no, she's not the one with the money. She's not the one with the money. If she's not the one with the money, then why are you talking about another culture building you up? You about 40. What's there to build at this point? Like, come on. You're not the one with the money. She's the one with the money. At your big age, you don't have your ish together. That's why you're like, okay, what's the fastest way I can come up? Like, who is going to build me up the quickest? Who is going to build me up without me doing the most amount of work? And you do the most amount of work. You saw that lady, knew she had money, thought, oh, Caucasian lady, she's going to be easy. It probably could have been easier for you if you didn't talk so goddamn much. Like, you sitting up there trying to put black women down. Meanwhile, you dropping your own bag. You dropped your bag trying to be hateful.
We got a baddie that escaped the dusty, y'all, unlike Ashanti's ass. Edith and Kano. We gotta look at this. This is the same man that literally took it personally. That she said that she has like her own savings and she literally has like money set aside for her own children in case something were to ever happen to her. He was like, but what about me? And it's like, nigga, y'all are not married. Like, he literally felt entitled to her finances over her own children. Okay, this is nothing but a dusty. This is nothing but a man that literally just wants to ride the coattails of a woman so that way he can use her for her resources. So much so that he is literally upset and feels entitled to have a reaction to her going to shop and purchase a Mercedes-Benz using her own money, her own finances, using her own free will. He is so mad over the fact that he does not have enough money where he is able to be able to live the same lifestyle that she is. That's the reason why he's claiming that, oh, I need her, I need her. You don't need her. You need her finances. You're a dusty. You're trying to use her for her resources. She caught on to your game and she realized, I'm not going to go through this shit and deal with this shit anymore. I would go as far as to say that Edith is actually Kano's preference. This is why I'm always going to tell you ladies, they're never going to treat the women that they claim to be their preference better. Okay? If there is something that their preference has that they can extract from and that they can use, they are going to treat her the same way as they would treat a woman that was not his preference, that has the exact same things to extract from. He's going to treat them the exact same way because it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with what you have to offer him. It has everything to do with how he can benefit from you. And if he can benefit from someone that he doesn't mind looking at, okay, if he doesn't mind benefiting from someone that he thinks is very beautiful and he doesn't mind sleeping with all the time, then if he has the option to do that, that is what he is going to do. But do not stop and think for 1 second that these men are actively dealing with you because they actually care about you and like you as a person, okay? They are only dealing with you because there is something that they are able to receive. There is some benefit that they are able to have by being able to be with you. And obviously she looks beautiful. She looks way, way, way more beautiful post-breakup than she did while she was in a relationship with him, because clearly he was draining the life out of this woman, okay? Like, it's very clear that finances were an issue in their relationship, okay? He was trying to control her finances because he understood he didn't have his own finances. right? And so in order for him to be able to get a little piece of the pie, he wants to try to put his fingers in what she has going on in her mess. And she probably said, I've had enough of it, because the thing about it is that Edith has been divorced, okay? She's been through this already. She's going to be able to stop at a red stop sign when she sees one and know to not proceed any longer when she sees as though something is not benefiting her or she doesn't need to be in a situation anymore. He literally lived with her. He was driving her car. He was completely mooching off of her. Had literally nothing to offer to this woman. And then has the nerve to sit here and say, oh, I love her and I care about her and I wish we were still together. And it's like, your words have no value. Your words hold no weight when you're dealing with a woman that has access to everything that she has, and you're going to sit here and try to control those things because you don't have them. Do not let these dusties come in your life and wreak havoc on your life when you're doing very good and well alone.
Please let me know what you think about this conversation, this story down in the comment section. But as always, keep it respectful. You're on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, share your thoughts. See, this is why just seeing what happened, like now they're broken up and all that. Not that I'm happy for anybody breaking up on their relationship, but it just makes me happy with the type of content I create, because the more we keep pushing out this type of story, it's opening a lot of women's eyes to realize that, oh, so I'm not crazy for me to think this way. Oh, so people can see through this too. So it just makes some women clock it. And I'm so happy that Edith is able to do this and clock it and realize that this man was just using her and just end everything. And you could clearly see that his ego was bruised because he didn't want to accept that or admit that she was the one that called up the relationship. He didn't want to accept that she would not take him back, because when he was asked that, oh, if can you spin the block back, he said I don't know, because he wants her back. And she was like, no, like, I'm done. And this is the thing, like, a lot of time we usually say, like, oh, when we give our opinions and thought on women and say a lot of these red flags, these women, it's because these women, what's going on here? Okay, sorry. So a lot of the time when we give our opinions on women that brings their issue or some certain part of their relationship is out on the internet, and we're saying, oh, this is red flag, run away, this man is using you, that a lot of the time these women don't want to listen, they won't leave the men. I kind of think, yes, some of them will not, but the truth is that subconsciously a lot of the talk we have on social media, a lot of the opinion people or a lot of things people have to say about their relationship will always play in her head when she goes to bed, when she lay her head down and is thinking. A lot of those things will play in her head, and sometimes it's going to just help her to make a better decision to walk away from that relationship. Because clearly that old episode where this man, clearly you could see that he just with her for her money and all that, obviously really clicked something in her, and she just like, you know, I'm done. And I'm happy because we women will continue having conversations like this. But this is the thing about men, and we usually talk about it a lot here on this channel, talking about how a lot of men are with women because of what a woman can offer to them. And it's not just because they like you as a person or they want to be with you. It's because of whatever. And it could come in different shapes and size and all that. And there's something that we'll talk about here too a lot, where we talk about how a lot of us women fall with potential, like, oh, it's going to be successful, it's going to da-da-da. We fall a lot with the idea and the potential and all that. But most men, they go with what is in front of them, the reality. Is this clicking? Is this what I want? Is she going to give me what I want out of this relationship? And I feel like as women, those are things that we should start doing in a relationship, where when we see a man, we ask ourselves, is this man going to give me what I need in a relationship? Rather than go with the idea and oh, it's going to be better. No. If he can provide what you need in a relationship at the moment, why are you waiting? But we always, they both naturally raise us that, oh, you grow with a man, oh, you both of you, but a man does not grow with a woman. A man does not grow with a woman. And we've seen repeatedly on the internet where we've seen men openly have the conversation of how they don't even like their wives like that. We've had conversation where we've seen men talk about the things, the only reason why they are with your wife. And I've usually said this, like, if you know you have a man or you have a husband and all that, ask him, babe, why do you love me? Most of them will count the things you do for them. How you take care of the family, you take care of me, is the service you render. Those are the things they love about you. And if you take those things away, this man will resent you. And that's exactly what Edith clock up here. And especially the ones that don't have anything going on for them. Imagine a grown man like that doesn't really have much going on for him. He's just with a woman because he can benefit off her financially and all that. Could tell that represent. Imagine how much love bombing that type of man is going to do to you and all that. And especially another thing I also want to talk about here is us women that have our own, that work hard, that is hustling and all that. A lot of the time, and that it's not really all about money for those type of women, that it's not all about money and all that, those women, I feel like, should be more vigilant because they are most likely to be taken advantage of by bumps. I say that again. They're most likely to be taken advantage by bumps because what else do you have to offer? Okay, even the emotional intelligence, you don't even have it. You can't even play it. Rather, so a lot of them will come off performative and love bombing and sell you an idea and all that. But yeah, I like the route a lot of us women are going. We're not ashamed to share our stories and all that. And yeah, other people give opinions and share their own story to tell you, I've walked that path before, leave this place, or I see this thing this way, and they are able to go back and reflect on it. That's exactly what Edith did here. Yeah, I'm just so happy, and I feel like as women, we should continue having conversations like this because I feel like it's just going to awake a lot of women. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section. Go on and share your thought. But please, as always, be respectful. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button because this helps YouTube to push up my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.